Hello Stampin' friends, this is Trenna Brower here with a really quick video on this super cute card that I got the idea from another demonstrator or another fan of Stampin' Up, Kirsten Rosario. And I found her card on Pinterest and I loved it. Hers is just a tiny bit different than mine, but why should I mess with perfection? She did a great job. So I've changed mine just a little bit. Anyways, this is the card that we're going to be making today. Let me just really quick show you. I've got a card base of basic black, our normal 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then of course my designer series paper from the Peaceful Prints in the Celebration. And that is cut once more at 4 by 5 1/4. Then we have 2 pieces of cardstock. Of course, my Whisper White here that I embossed using one of our old embossing folders called Winter Snow. And I embossed that. And that was cut at 1.5 by 4, I believe. And then the basic black cardstock that's underneath it that I layered this on top of was cut at 1 3/4 by 4. So in order to get the embossing showing up just a little bit more, I took my stamp pad and basically just ran over my piece just to kind of pull up that embossing just a little bit more. Okay, so then of course we have our snowflake, and I will admit that I ran this through the Cricut. And for you, those of you that are using glitter paper on your Cricut, it took me a while to figure out exactly what my pressure and how I wanted to get my Cricut set up to cut this out nicely. But I ended up going to where they asked for a custom cut, putting in glitter cardstock, and then using that setting along with my fine point tip on a blue mat. And it worked out fine because when you use that glitter cardstock setting, it actually cuts twice on the machine for each thing. So it turned out very nice and I didn't have any problems with it then. Okay, so simple, simple, simple. I've got my little piercing pad along with my piercer. Gonna get my stuff down here. Simply going to decide where I want my snowflake. Put it right about there, stick my hole right in the middle. Of course, just need a little black brad. Oops, kind of bent my thing there. There we go. I like to put this on using glue just because of the brad. I think it just sticks better. Get this out of there. And also too, as usual, I have my wiggle room then. And just lining it up about, oh, not quite halfway down, a little bit further down, maybe about 3/4 down. And of course, giving it a good push, letting it set for just a minute. And then I wanted to show you real quickly how I did the greeting of Season's Greetings. Of course, I brought out my Stamparatus. And this came from the Itty Bitty Christmas stamp set. And I do believe that is retired also, but still, I just love it. So one of the tricks too with this is if you put your stamp set underneath, you've got a good platform for this. So all I needed to do then was to take what I've already previously cut, and these were just cut at, I believe, 2.5 by 1 inch, and then I ran the die from the hand pen petal set along the bottom to give it that little extra oomph. So I just sit it here in my corner. I also have these Stampin' spots. And I just took one of the blank stampin' spots, which are still available. They're just not in the catalog, but you can order them online, and that would be number 153183. But I love using these whenever I use my Stamparatus because I don't get ink everywhere. And so I just kind of slide that across. We're gonna stamp. I've already, of course, set this up. And there we go. I have my perfect little greeting right there. So let me put this back out of the way. Move this. And then, of course, the really easy part here is just going to put a little bit of mono adhesive on the back of my thing. And I'm going to slide it up into the card. Just underneath here. All right, get a little bit. And I think I need some extra room. Of course, I just snip off. I got my glue a little close there. Doesn't matter how straight your top part is because you're lining it up with the season's greetings, not the top part of your card. And there we go. And there's my card. Thank you for watching. Thanks again to Kirsten Rosario for the idea. And I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. If you have any questions, just email me at trenabrower@gmail.com. Thanks for watching. Keep stamping and scrapping. Bye-bye.